stand for, you bet that's the best way to actually do email marketing. And then you will see that the total revenue that is being collected via email compared to all the other channels in the around the interface is much higher compared to all the other channels. Email will definitely get you a lot more healed. But again, who's doing it right? They come in one rollout and they completely go flat for the next 6 months, and then they come back again and do another rollout. That's not email marketing. That is miracle working. स्प्रे करो प्रे करो, स्प्रे करके प्रे करो, कोई तो आ जाओ, कोई तो क्लिक करो. That is not email marketing. Email marketing is well thought through. There is a content marketing calendar. There is a vendor who is actually initiating marketing copies every week, every alternate day, depending on the frequency we set on the content. And that's exactly what you will see. That's where you will see a lot of efforts being paid off. But if you're doing that one time campaign, 1 million email भेजो, देखेंगे क्या होता है, is definitely nothing होता है. क्योंकि a lot of people have Google with them. They can quickly Google and find out different competitors for the same service, and they prefer to buy there. They might want to jump out there rather than you, who are giving out an hint saying this is what is in the marketplace, buy from me. And those guys say, no, 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 sorry, not you, maybe your competitor. Thanks for the heads up, by the way. Well, welcome again into your email marketing program. And we are jumping into the fifth module, which is like the third module for me, which is like looking into ESP providers and working with them. But I come in from an old school because I'm 40-year plus, yeah. So I definitely want to go back and see what we have gathered so far. I know we did a same thing on Tuesday, which means it must be a fresh in your mind to go and sort out problems in the marketplace. I'm going to go quickly jump in here and give you a quick insight on what is happening. Can you see this here? Email spam issue resolution services. Now, I didn't bring this term, yeah. And the client, whoever this person here, Ankit, found me on LinkedIn. I did a training program 2 years ago for their company. So he still remembered somehow that there is some guys who are consulting for email services. We have to approach them. The problem they have is that all emails are going into spam folder. And now they want somebody to go ahead and see a lot of things around what is happening. So similarly, one of the other clients, sometimes the clients are very clear in what the problem is. Headache, they come back and say, doctor, I have a headache. But they don't touch anywhere else. They don't hold on to the stomach and say, stomach, and I have a headache, doctor. Or they pick up the knee and say, doctor, I have a headache, or migraine issue. Then there's a confusion. You're holding your knee and you're saying that the problem is actually a headache. The doctor is confused now to what to prescribe. Should I prescribe for headache, or should I see what is on the knee? Why is he holding his knee regularly, and why is the pain coming out of the knee? Similarly, clients mask the problem. They don't know, and whatever they know is what comes out. So, how would a consultant go ahead and dig into a problem? Is what we will see today during the exercise. The exercise has got nothing to do with your certification program. So, kick a goodbye to your certification program, because either ways you'll get the seal, that voter's ID kind of seal on your forehead saying you're a certified digital marketer. But when you come and open up your laptop at a desk, that's where the problem starts, because the problem is looking at you from different perspectives. You have to sort the problem out. Similarly, we have this bot here who says, her name is Jane. That's my daughter's name, Jane, and she's my virtual assistant to help me do the assignment well. It says, may I know your name? So please go type your name in, saying Neil and Anderson. That's for my US clients because they don't know how to pronounce Nityanandan Ramakrishna. So this is Neil Anderson. Enter. And then it says confirm that you've entered. Enter again. And it says, well, it's not a matter of winning and losing. It's only about passive participation and having a nice time doing it, enjoying what you're doing, playing with your computer. Year playing is different compared to the 20-year 30-year year ago. We used to sit down and play video games. That's not the play. We play differently now. We play with templates, we play with algorithms, we play with Google search, researching. That's the different play that we'll have to play as an adult. Here we go. It says, please go, let's start get playing with the template here. The template is actually on the link given below. So click the link, take a look at a template. Amazing. That's the template. Now jump back again to the conversation and see what they want you to do. Now open the template and start evaluating. The problem statement here that you have to look for is why the open rates were low for this campaign. Okay, now the client executed this particular template and the open rates were very, very few. Like in not many percentage of people open that email. So they want to know why. The client wants to know why. So what you need to do is, looking at your first module and the second module, you have gathered so much knowledge. You'll have to bucket that somewhere, isn't it? So you'll have to go use all the knowledge that you have gained so far and quickly tell me why the open rates were poor in the panel itself, like you're live chatting. Say point number one, this could be the reason. Point number two, this could be the reason. Three, this could be the reason. 4, this may be the reason. And then say, call it an end. How do you end it? Click twice. And then it says, well, let's hear it from this guy and see what he has to say about the problem. And by the way, if you are a person who's traveling, I know a lot of people travel from cab from their office, and during that time they have the iPad or the phone open. If you're a good notebook keeper, or you have a notebook and a pen, scribble whatever ideas come by, take a screenshot or a photo of that, send that picture, upload them. If you have a phone and you're scribbling with a notepad, do this. If you don't have any, click again and wait till it says fantastic or awesome, your job is done. Is the exercise clear, ladies and gentlemen? Now I send you the link, you start working around it. That's your link. Wish you all the luck. What are we evaluating there? Absolutely nothing, just to see what you have gathered so far. Has got nothing to do with your certification program. If you prefer not to play with it, don't play. And thank you, Surjit, for saying yes. Can you please tell again? Okay, sure. But that's the last time I'm doing it because you'll have to get engaged with the activity. Open the link, Krishna, Krina. Did I add? Please open the link. Okay, you've done. Type your name in. Krina Shah demo. Enter. Sorry, I had to cough. Okay, now once you've done with that, click again, which is like enter twice on your keyboard, and you get the link. Click the link, and it will take you to this particular template. You'll have to review the template to find out where the problem is, why the open rates were poor for this particular campaign. And once you are ready with your answers, go back to the chat and say, I know why the problem, where the problem is. Start typing. Start typing. Say point number one, problem. Point number two, problem. State the problem. Don't say problem. I mean, state the problem. State, write the problem here. Enter. Keep entering until you finish, and after you finished, hit one more time to conclude saying, I'm done with it. If you're a good sketcher, artist kind of stuff, you have an habit of writing something, scribbling something, send the scribble by taking a picture of it and upload them. If you don't have any, just end the loop and say, I'm done. That's all I have to share. Is that clear now? Krina Shah. Naman walks in, good evening. That's a dangerous stuff now. Don't tell me repeat. Naman, good evening. Make it a good evening. Okay, so I'm sending you the link again. Click the link and follow through the link, Naman. You came in very late today. Did you know that we're going to be having a test? But anyway, join in, jump in. Good morning to you. Who else is around? Anuba, good evening. And Neha, good evening. Padma Raj, good evening. Shakshi, good evening. Surabjit, good evening. Okay, that's about it. Come, all of you. Click that link. You'll get a template. Click on the template. See where the problem is. Client seems to be worried, saying why the open rates were poor. Your work is to go and help the client, saying this is where the problem is, and this is how we can sort the problem out. Okay, so that's your exercise for now, giving you a quick preview on what happened on the first module and the second module. You have knowledge with you. Now it's time to utilize the knowledge. Yeah, don't wait for your 1 year to come. Uh, right now, this minute is where you will apply all the things that you've learned so far. It says can't reach the page. Which page? This page? Or the robots page? The bots page? Shama? Click that link again, Shama. So you mean open rates of a website or open rate of an email? Very good. That's the priority number one question to ask, isn't it? When you are opening an email or when you haven't opened an email, that means you don't know what is inside, isn't it? So the click through rate is very different compared to an open email. I haven't opened it, and that's why people address that as open rates. When they open the email and they see a link here, that is a click through rate. Sanket, welcome aboard. And a good question. Ma'am, allow tars? No. You'll have to copy this entire link and paste it. Copy the entire link and paste it. You're looking at a long, lengthy link and you're only typing in or clicking in allow tars. No, allow tars won't work, isn't it? Copy this entire link. Copy that entire link and paste them. When I click on this, no, I'm clicking on the entire link. You're clicking on it, but it's not taking it right. So copy and paste that link. Copy and paste the link. Control C, Control V on your browser panel. Let me know once you've done that. Done. What to do? What is it asking you? What is it asking you? What is it asking you? Nothing. Is it? And that is very interesting. It should ask you something. See? Like this. What's your name? And then you'll have to type in your name. I refresh the link again. Okay. Very good. Type it. Typed. Very nice. Enter twice. Click and submit that particular name of yours. And after that, nothing. See, it's asking me for my name. I type in my name, enter, and it sometimes needs first name, and it always needs your first name and last name. So use a space and do your last name. Very nice, Neha. Good job. We don't have it. The client did not provide us. And then it says type something here. So hit enter and then start the loop again, which is after your name, hit the enter button twice on your keyboard. Where are the name details? Wonderful question, and unfortunately, you're asking me on the panel here. You should have used the the chat box, and have asked me a question saying, "Where are this detail?" Now everybody would ask me that detail, and hence it's disqualified. Thank you very much. Yes, done. But after that, it seems to be no response. Hit the enter button twice. Hit the enter button twice. Hit the enter button twice, and go with the flow. Neha, good job done, but don't say anything on the chat now. Don't say anything on the chat. Okay, I have to ask everything there now. Absolutely, because that's the evaluation process. So if you're with the client, You'll have to ask those details from the client, isn't it? And anyone who's saying that now is not getting a point there. So, uh, well, loss for you. But that would be a great remark, which would have been like a great share for pretty much all of them, saying, yeah, we should ask this detail also from the client. Sometimes the client have no clues what to share with you. Very good. I'd see a lot of people filling up, and I think most of them will be just name test. Yeah. After that, move on and give me more. Start evaluating your problem and tell me what happened. You have 2 minutes to finish this exercise. Oh, well, I can be a little more generous there. 3 minutes to complete the exercise. But if you really know how to evaluate this, you could get this done in about 2 minutes. You could get this done by 2 minutes. You will know where the problem is and how to interact with the client and tell them, saying, this is where the problem is. I can fix it. And, this is my costing. God bless you. Okay, go ahead. Go ahead. I see a lot of name test. Good job. Name testing is good. That's the first step. Give me more meat. Amir, time to get your lifelong free login to Quiet Marketing. Oh, no, no, he's already done that. Super great, gentlemen. That's the expectation, gentlemen, because I have some names here. We already have defined and expecting. Right, Padmaja, good job. So have some inputs coming in already. Are they the experts who will carry off the deal? I clicked the email link, but it's not working. No, you click the email link, and if it's not opening, copy this link and paste it back again. Looks like you're on the mobile phone again today, Ravi. Click that link now. You should be taken to the site, which is like the Google Drive, to see the template. Follow through the process. The rest of you, Padmaja, good job. Amir, good job. And I don't know who this gentleman is. Gaurav, no, he's still testing his name. Okay, so this is Anshek. This is Padmaja, but I also saw another Padmaja there earlier. Okay, I think that it's all coming in. The page has opened up after the test. Should I provide my feedback on it? No, just charity donation करो, like button click करो, बस उतना ही. अगर हो सके तो 2 लाइन डाल दो. उसको चैरिटी बोलते हैं. डोनेशन तो मैं पूछ नहीं रहा हूँ. तो फेसबुक में थोड़ा लाइक करो, क्लिक करो, शेयर करो. Email link not working. I am providing with you link. This is the link. 1 minute and counting. What we have to do after name test. After name test, you'll be given a link where you will be able to see this particular template. Find out what is the problem with the template. And like the chat said, you will have to go ahead and evaluate why the open rates were poor for this particular template or the campaign. Your work is to go ahead and utilize your knowledge from day one and day two, and tell us what could be the problem for the open rates. Okay, Naman, clear now? I think it's only 30 seconds left. I don't know if you can complete that exercise, but give it a shot. Give it a shot. Learning is easy. Putting it to work, putting it to practice is a tough challenge, and I understand it. That's why the test. यहाँ पे तो टाइम नहीं है वेस्ट करने के लिए. So either we are learning or we are sitting idle. Close the laptop and just go to sleep as well. That'll be much better. But if you're here, we have to implement the knowledge that we have gained so far. Come on, time to shine. Time to shine. And don't wait for any projects to come in. Pradeep Shah, Pradeep will send me a project. Kapil will send. No one is sending you any project. It's you. It is you and your computer. That's the relationship. Love story begins there. If you guys are good match, oh well, you can conquer the world. You can conquer the world. But if there is no match, there's no partnership, relationship, there's a problem. We'll have to try and get your hands around your computer, learn how to work around it. And once the partnership, that mutual marriage agreement comes in, oh God, bless you. No one can stop you. Yeah, those people are having trouble. Like in WikiLeaks, guys, just cannot take the hands off the computer. That's the problem. 20 seconds more. And I see some 222. Probably, I hope they are not evaluating their names there. It must be the exercise complete. Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, time up. Let's go back and see what we had to do. Like the exercise says, the link to the template is here. Click the link, and open up the template. Okay, now when you're opening it up, the reason why you're opening there is to see what's wrong with the template. We have seen Swiggy, we have seen so many other banks doing a mistake, so many templates we've seen since the day one to now, right? So you have a fair idea on how to go about evaluating why the success rates or open rates for this email was poor. That's all you had to evaluate. Giving out an input can be easy to just bump everything on the chat applet, but where is the confidentiality? Like in how do we know Neha would do better than Amir or Padmaja than Amir? We don't know. We have to really get that there. And that is why we utilize this particular interface here to take your inputs in. And a lot of people have done it effectively. Those who couldn't get your hands on, nothing to worry, the link will be always open. Even if you're going out of your 6 months period, you can always come back and see what the test showed you. And here what will happen is we are collating all the like-minded people and the way they approach the problem. Neha would approach it differently, Amir would approach it differently, Anuba would approach it differently, so would Ravi, so would Mano. We have to really go back there and find out what people are saying. Are you Dr. Niti? ये for email marketing? Yes sir. थोड़ा MBBS का सर्टिफिकेट नहीं आया सर, अभी अभी पेंडिंग में है. हाँ. So let's see what Amir had to say here. I think I will have to go and see what these two links were. Gaurav, see, now we're going to take a look at what other people have said, all right? And here, it's not competition. So cut the competition off and ask that to come later. But for now, we're looking at mutual learning. I want to know how other people think and how I can learn quickly. Yeah, don't worry about comparing yourself because we are all good monkeys, apes. At least I am a great ape. I can see somebody and I watch somebody and I can quickly mimic them. Okay, similarly, and so is the traits. Psychology says that we are a good mimic. We have to have a role model. We'll have to have a mentor who we follow day in and day out. And with or without our knowledge, it's already there within us. Similarly, I want to go back and show you some mentors who are already in here, associations that you can go ahead and meet with, talk with, brainstorm with, and you will see them all through this exercise here. Exercise was fairly simple. Why the open rates were poor? Here we go. Input number one from Gaurav. Not much information, too much technical stuff. Okay. Landing page was not mentioned. Okay. And no call to action button at all. Okay. Now let's go back here and take a quick look into the template and see ये सब कहाँ से आया? Where is Gaurav seeing? Well, he looked at the product. He looked at the information, a brief, a description about the product. He saw it missing. And he quickly said that the description is not telling me what the product can do. Is it an Apple TV? Will it work on HBO, like in my subscription on HBO or Netflix or Amazon Prime? Would it work? Well, this is not that, but this is something else. But where's the brief? Is what Gaurav was looking for, and he couldn't find it. And he says, well, if that brief is not around, people will not show him better engagement. Okay, now hold a second for a moment and let's go back here and bring up the diagram that we've been well acquainted with ever since the day one. The diagram of your servers. Literal servers like in the old tower servers. Uh, like I said, I'm the old school guy. So, server from the sender. Okay, so that's on my left hand side. and move the guy a little far away and say server of the receiver. Server of the receiver. Okay. Now, the sender is trying to communicate certain messages. It can be one on one messages or it can be one to many messages, like the bulk emailing. So he picks it up. He picks it up from a server. I'm sure there is a laptop here and he's activating it from SendGrid or Sendinblue or maybe MailChimp or Aweber, or whichever platform he picked up. He picked up an email service provider and he's pumping out the bulk emails. While he's pumping out the bulk emails, there's a cop who stops him before receiving it, and we called him cop number one. We also had another cop. We added his name as cop number two. The cop number one was identified as the authenticator. The second cop was identified as a reputation guy. Now, reputation keeper and the authenticator will quickly jump into action to evaluate the templates to find out what is wrong with the template in order to make it into the inbox. If the reputation guy has a problem with the template, he will quickly mark it as possible spam, and the possibilities of not seeing the inbox is very high. Hence, he would make it to the spam folder. Now, let's go back and see what was the problem statement. The problem statement that was given to us was the open rates were poor. And the question was, why? Because we're consultants now. Why is what we had to troubleshoot. But the inputs that came by quickly gave me insights on a template being opened and a product being visualized and the description is missing. And then I see Gaurav also mentioning that the landing page link or the click call to action link is not very clear. A link which is given within. So when somebody clicks on it, takes them to the landing page and they can cart the product, like the Swiggy example. I was hungry and I wanted to buy food and clicked on it, but my food that was displayed there wasn't really around. Something of that kind is what Gaurav is making a mention of. There is no call to action button and the landing pages are missing. But that happens after person opens up the email and reviews the email from within. And hence, it's not really contributing to my problem statement, but it definitely adds value in terms of engagement. If the question was how to increase conversion, well, I think whatever Gaurav just now said is apt right here in this box, but not for now, because the problem is why the open rates were poor. So let's go back and see if there's anybody else who's actually going to give me a little more meat around the problem statement. Padmaja comes in. He says, hey, you know what, a different name and a different sender is actually around, different name and a different sender, and hence there will be a problem with the identification. Now, since there is this guy called the authenticator, he's going to have a serious problem with this particular emailer because there are two different people around, and hence the possible of me getting a mark as possible spam is going to be high, and hence I will be landing up into spam folder. And if it is in spam folder, the likelihood of people not seeing your email is very, very high, hence contributing towards poor reputation score. Job well done. Job well done. And I'm sure all of the rest of you are learning to see how they're thinking, and you will also quickly go back and alter in your mind how to think and how to solve the problem. I see a lot of inputs coming in here. SPF DKIM is the measure taken in order to measure who's the actual individual, the identifier. And then so no personalization, and hence it sounds like a generic message, also leading back to my engagement perspective and not my problem statement as yet. Personalization happens within the inbox or within the mailer and also on the subject line. It could also be on the subject line, and hence the person would have seen it as a very generic email and skipped opening it. So it does contribute to my inbox trouble. It does contribute to my conversion trouble as well. But is it contributing to my open rates trouble? And the answer is of course. If the person is in the inbox and he doesn't see the mailer, the chances of him skipping off and saying, Goya, I've seen all these emails, forget it now. Yeah, could be a possibility. Content, image, and HTML may be a problem. Okay, but unfortunately, Padmaja didn't go that extra step to evaluate what could have been the problem that would have led the email into spam folder. But she is giving me an opinion saying that the content could be a problem. Now, imagine for a moment that you're facing a client, and the client is looking for some evidence because they're talking to you because they know you're a certified digital marketer. You have knowledge, you have experience. Experience is learning how to evaluate the template. Don't put 20 years, 30 years there. It's about 30 templates being reviewed, 40 templates created. That's all is your experience. So you have experience, and that's why they're giving you face time and saying sort the problem out for me. And when you're saying content could be a problem, yeah, maybe console could be a problem, your email panel could be a problem. A client will lose trust in some time because a, you're giving out opinion, and there is no shortage of opinion. In the office there would be 10 people telling you 10 different things, but where is the proof? In this case, the content or HTML could have been a problem, but I don't see a proof. So let's jump back and see what else Padmaja had to offer. Padmaja, I hope you're correcting all your errors there too. Not enough information about the product and the subject line, and that could have been misled because if the subject line is missing information, she fired everything into the problem statement here. Very nice, job well done. If the subject line, I'm going to cut the product here, product info on the subject line. Yeah, she's mentioning it, saying it's the subject line and the pretext. Don't miss the second subject line. If the product information is not given or made established in the subject line and the pretext, chances of them people ignoring it, even if you had made it to the inbox, is very high, hence contributing to my problem. Ladies and gentlemen, a quick check. Are you all following? Are you all with me on the same page? Very nice. Come with me. Come with me. 2 days. That's all we worked around, right? Two modules. See where the money is. See what you could do with this. Okay, now focus very hard because your consulting project is right here, or your freelancing project is right here, or your job is right here. However, you would like to see it. But end of the day, I see a lot of material around in terms of what people are saying right now. Okay, now that is Padmaja's feedback. I'm going to go jump in and see what was the feedback here. Here's Amir. No link given on the web page, which means a call to action link, which was also highlighted by Gaurav. Padmaja also pointed out, and that's missing, which also contributes towards my engagement bucket and not the actual problem as yet. Okay, jump out. Wrong segmentation could be a problem. Fantastic, gentlemen. Now, you don't see anything around here like in the landscape, but there is something called as the homework that we had to do, which is also called as the pre-launch activity. If you don't know who you're communicating with, if you're talking to a retailer about a technology product, would he buy them? The answer is definitely not. So the wrong segmentation, even if the mail had made it to the inbox, there could have been a problem in people not lured in or attracted to open that email because it's not made for them. Cool, fantastic. Subject line could have been a problem. Subject line is missing, so add me in. Neha already brought this in, hence disqualified, but definitely a great point to look at. Subject line and the pretext to be evaluated because everything is dependent on those. Lulu says, no trick, no treat. Yeah, Halloweens today. Happy Halloweens. And if you also take a look at it, plus I give you 20% offer on all the print products. View online, so and so, so and so. Go to shop or create or sell. Lovely. I know exactly what these guys are into or what they want me to do, and I can go ahead and click on that and engage with them. Here's another IPL, new campus, a party, and a discount for you. They could have called me by name, but I'm sure they didn't call me inside the email as well. They could have said, discount for you, Neil. Oh, well, I definitely would have jumped in because it's calling me by name and it has a special discount and it's only made for me. Lovely. An annual product leadership survey is level 2017, product leader, blah, blah, blah. I would definitely want to. Curiosity is definitely forcing me to click on this to see what it is. And of course, the other subject lines. Unlike some people like this, you are entitled for a free credit card. Congratulations. Who's you? God only knows. Everybody's you there. Difficulty in reading this email. या डेफिनेटली या बिकॉज क्रेडिट कार्ड भी नहीं है और यहाँ पे डिफिकल्ट भी है. यू कैन ऑल्सो चेक योर ईमेलर बाय क्लिकिंग God bless you. Wrongly done. And there are plenty of examples that you can go ahead and see when you're subscribing to newsletters. There are a lot of people who have no clues how to work around them. Hence, subject line was one of those elements. SPF is missing, he directly said. So, which means he did the test, but he failed to attach the test. He failed to attach the test saying, hey, that's where I see that the SPF is missing. And I'm sure he must have done it. DKIM is missing and SPF is missing from the template, or maybe he just fired off, from the blue or out in the blue saying, maybe this is what he's looking for. Could be. Yeah, but job well done. Job well done. Okay, good. Now let's go jump in and see what the others had to say. This was Padmaja for us. This was Amir, and now Sanket. Yes, I know why the open rates were low. Yeah, yeah, it's a mandate to know that. It's HTTP and not HTTPS. That means it's not secured. Okay, what would happen because of not secured? Well, here's another thing that we have to understand. If you're an online portal and picking up crucial information from buyers, it is important that you have to have an HTTPS, without which you will definitely be compromising information that is being shared on your portal. Number one. Number two, on a mailing server, you don't really need a secured connection as yet because it's not a mandate. It's not a mandate to have a secured seal around for a mail exchange, for a mailing server. But hence, it is definitely not a right point to look at it from that perspective. No details of the sender, and hence the cop number one could have beaten it left, right, center. There were no details, and that was part of Neha's input. So I'm going to skip that right there. Okay, let's see what Sanket said. That's done. And Surabji, there are no emails and signature. Yeah, it's there is no signature defining who it is being sent. How do they coordinate with them? Nothing. No information at all. No personal touch. Should we say that there is, like in a picture of the individual, a working title, maybe a phone, maybe a website, maybe a Twitter handle. Nothing is being mentioned around here, and hence it doesn't sound really as an attractive email. Thank you very much for your contribution there, Surabjit. I'm going to jump into the next one. Here's Sharmisa for us. Why the open rates were low for this particular campaign? Okay, the header is saying it is an advertisement. Okay, good. If it's an advertisement, can spam compliance says if you're talking to people who are not part of your database, if they have not given you explicit permission, it's warranted that you have to go ahead and display on small font, like in a print font, which is like a fine print font, 9 font. Say that it's an advertisement, no problem whatsoever. Compliance guidelines would say great to go. There is no sender's name. Yeah, Neha pointed out there is no sender's name again. Absolutely, and that was Neha's input, and it's not really considered right now. Okay, good. Let's go back here and see some more. Mandeep said Mandeep, and he also had some more. Unclear explanation about the product, which will kill my conversion rate. Good job. No important details such as from information was given to us. Neha called out, and hence no. SPF and other credential details should be validated, and I haven't done it. Okay. Could have been better if the mail was personalized. Absolutely right. Conversion rate would go skyrocketing if the personalization was were to be done, because you're calling the person by name. Very nice points here, but unfortunately none of them directing towards my problem statement. Here are some more. Ravi Shankar tested his name, and he also gave something here. Date is not proper. Okay, got it. Manu says no personalization, hence the conversion rate and the open rates will also hamper. Very nice. Not much details about the product, hence the conversion rates will be poor. Looks suspicious. The cop could have beaten it. Lovely. But what made it suspicious? What made it suspicious? That we don't know. Poor template presentation. Oh, you bet. You bet. Because here, the guy, whoever was the designer, was doing it in a hurry. Like 5:30, you assign them a job, and they have to get home. This is how they design it. The logo had a white background. He just dragged and dropped it and killing off the border. You see that border getting killed? Yeah, he cared a damn about that because he just wanted to go home. There was a white background here along with the product. He just dragged and dropped it, killing off this. He failed to actually test the three lines they have written to for grammar check and spell error. He did not do that either because this is how you call the company on the first line. Are you chip space PC or are you chip PC together? Now you conclude with the brand name first because if you're writing it all over wrongly and your logo says chip space PC, what is right? Well, let's come back here. Chip PC technology offer you uh, 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 uh. That sounds like my HDFC call, isn't it? Good morning, sir. I'm calling from HDFC. Do you want a personal loan? That's how it sounds. Well, you had to write only one line there. Product description is missing. Gaurav and all the team pointing out right there. You had failed to do that. At least you've gotten one line right. It is not offer you, but it offers you the best and what absolutely right. Virtualization solutions. Okay, good. Solutions. There is no plural for solutions. There is solution. Okay, anyway, coming down here, available spelled wrongly. You got to be kidding me. We are in 2017. There are so many apps which can allow us to do it. Grammarly could have quickly identified that there's a spell error and there is a grammatical error here. You could have corrected that, and it's a free app. All you have to do is install an extension on your Chrome, Grammarly.com, and you could have done that job right. It's grammatically. Yeah, it is. It is a quick parade here. And how do you call the price? Yeah, $500. That's how you say it. How do you write it? Well, you got to write the dollar in the beginning and then followed by the number. That's basic 101 in any communication. But here, they decided to actually call it the way they write or they say. It is anyway an affiliate marketing mail, which can make it to spam. Absolutely. Qualified to get into spam. And of course, if you take a closer look here, this message was meant for Frank B. uh, this message was sent to Frank P from so and so. So Neil is reading it accidentally. So if the offer was to be, then I think it's wrong. It's something wrong here. Per unit was not even necessary. Okay, now that's exactly point in terms of how these guys are doing the campaigns and expecting dollars to come out. Definitely no dollars. Forget the dollars. Dollars are 1 kilometer away from what you're doing right now. So you got to get it right. You got to hire professional people certified by Digital Vidya, with the chapa there, and they say, I've gone through the grilling session with this guy, so you better call me and I can fix it for you. And hold on to the name, because 4 recordings or 8 recordings is going to be a vital important tool for you to go back and see how these things were taught in the in the class, and replicate them back again when you're evaluating. Job well done. Problems, personalization, call to actions are missing, details of the features are missing, and of course the landing page links are missing. Fantastic job, all contributing towards my engagement, not to the actual problem. The problem was, is the delivery, did it make it to the inbox or did it make it to the spam folder? That's my evaluation. And if it made it to the inbox, what parameter should I measure? From name, from email ID, subject line, pretext. That's all I have here, or to focus on, to increase my open rates. If it is in the spam folder, oh, there's cop number 1 and cop number 2 that I have to evaluate. By not opening the email, what information can you see? I just called out. Those are the information that are supposed to be vital information to scrutinize, called the header information. From name, from email ID, subject line, pretext. That's it. Job done. And if that is done well, open rates will go high. And if people are seeing the email and the conversion rate in terms of people clicking on the link is poor, that means follow Gaurav and Padmaja and quite a lot of other people who called out saying, do this right, man. Neha also pointed out saying personalization is missing, and a lot of other people contributed saying personalization is an important tool there, important tactic to make people open. It's a thumb rule kind of stuff, like in Dale Carnegie's book, how to win friends, or how to make and win friends. If you take a look at that, it says, well, the best thing that you can do in order to strike a communication is to call the person by name. and that's the most sweetest sound that one can hear. Oh well, if that is what it is, let's see what Surjit had to say. Subject line is not appropriate, man. That's why they did not open. Fantastic job, sir. Absolutely right. Content is a problem. It could be that the content was contributing towards the spam filter and ended up in spam folder. Maybe, but you could have evaluated that and give me a screenshot. Maybe sent to too many people and then it was a cold IP. He did not mention that, but he did make a mention saying maybe it's sent to too many people from a cold IP. A cold IP is supposed to be warmed up, and it definitely cannot carry too many emails, and hence contributing towards the spam folder. Job well done. Maybe the segmentation is not right there. Wow, uh, this gentleman, super, wonderful. Sent to too many times. The frequency is high, and it's the same message coming back over and over again. Repeatedly, people have been clicking on those email in the past, and now they gave up. Lovely, sir, lovely. Frequent senders of the same user, and they very much know that what to look for, what to expect. It's the same tool, it's the same picture, and that's what it is. Surjit, you are singing superb. यहाँ पे तुम ही हो song तो definitely I can see. Maybe the signature is not right. Maybe he said, but people don't want opinions; they want proof. This is great work. This is great work. I'm gonna go mark this, as star marked. Let's see if I can give you the panel. No links, and hence I can't really click on it. Right, good, Srivardhan, because that happens after the mail is open. Capital letter could have kicked them out because you're screaming, yelling. That's exactly what it sounds like when you're using capital letters in digital marketing. Also, spam filters love to see your capital letters to mark your email as spam as well, because long time ago, all emails landed up in capital letters by the spammers, and now it's part of the evaluation process to see whether you're having too many capital letters, and if it is yes, or well, it's going to lead back into spam folder by default. I repeat again, too many, not little, a handful, 3 4 words, capital letter, it's my brand name, capital letter, no problem at all. But if it's the entire email in capital letter, you bet you're in trouble. Okay, what is too many? Too many would be, let's say, a minimum of 4 words within a body of email as capital letter, allowed rate. But if it increases more than four, spam. Okay, right. If you cannot see the link, please click here, and that's written, and the pretext could have chewed up. No sender ID. SPF and DKIM, Neha pointed out. SPF and DKIM or the sender's name and email is not mentioned, hence can't really. Reputation score have to be measured. You mentioned it, you could have identified it, well, you didn't. And hence, I can take this as a good evaluation pointer, but you should have gone ahead and given me the point, score as well. No unsubscribe link, and hence it could have led to the cop holding as a compliance guidelines. But they did have something here called to remove yourself from the mailing list. Click here. I don't know when I got attached, but again, they say remove. I don't understand that language. But anyway, that link was already mentioned. But job well done here, Srivardhan. Fantastic. Whoa, look at this. We are in for a treat. Must be an opt out instead. Yeah, opt out, or if you prefer to move out of the list, if you prefer not to receive, there are so many words. Just get a black coffee with mug of black coffee, you'll have words pouring out. If you are a good reader, read some 10 books before you come in and start writing content. Yeah, so read 10 books and you will automatically see words popping up in your mind, and you can go ahead and frame those sentences in multiple angles. Okay, here is a big treat, I think. Let's check. Content seems to be challenge with the words like chimp, VMware, order, and he wrote it right. Now that's how when you're evaluating a problem as well. By default, your tendency is to write it right. And look at the way he's made a mention of the $199, while the actual campaign made a mention of the dollars. Amazing, great work done. But you should have gotten me the scores as well. Server reputation of the Pulseem guys have to be evaluated. Wow. Wow, I'm excited. Good job there, Vivek. You've been a very quiet performer, but lovely. Pulseem is the guy, like Chimpmail. Chimpmail is the service provider. Here, it was Pulseem. So Pulseem's evaluation have to be done in the backend to find out what type of reputed IPs did they allocate to me, and if they're calling out multiple times, sent by Pulseem, and email marketing and SMS platform, sent by, delivered by, that means there is something here, which means A, it's a free platform, B, it must be the sister brother-in-law kind of platform, advertising it multiple times here, because why would you echo it one more time? Because it's a free platform, and that's something that we need to be evaluating. Lovely stroke there. Cold IP, warm IP, and the history is very important to calculate. What do I tell him now? I am falling short of words. Good job, sir. Database relevancy and the correctness of the database is missing here. Header and the subject, subheaders and the other details pertaining to subject line is missing, and also that needs to be evaluated. Image may be making a mailer heavy, and that could have led the email into spam folder. Oh, lovely. This is like, ladies and gentlemen, just watch the screen one more time, and I think you have a solution to the problem. Copy this, get it back. I don't know what he drank and ate, but I definitely see that there is a relevancy. Probably he's seen my videos in the past, yeah, and he got a hold on how this evaluation has to be done, or he's just doing it randomly. He's a superhuman being to remember all the modules very effectively and go ahead and call these out. Just learning from you, sir. Right, fantastic, sir. No, we are learning from you, sir. Look at the way you've done this. Lovely, sir. Great work. SPF and DKIM, actually, it's a number one cop, and that is very important to evaluate. A personalized email is always a seller compared to a non-personalized email. Any Tom and the Dick and the Harry will say this. And look at my gentleman here, very neatly pointing out, saying, if I were to do a tick mark and pick this as a checklist for the company, and I go ahead and say, this is evaluated, well, I see how many cross marks I gotten and how many tick marks I gotten will tell me whether the email made it to spam folder or inbox. And if it's in the inbox, what are the evaluation metrics I have or parameters I have? Very few. And well, I have to work around your database. Like Amir pointed out, database relevancy is important. I need to look at that. And I should also look at the type of content you're sending out. I need to work around all of these and choose the right service provider to execute a campaign. Lovely. This is super. This is like a future cheat sheet, yeah, and it's deserving to actually be broadcasted back again to y'all. Please go ahead and follow this like a checklist if you were to, and I think this is done. Job well done. Okay, now bounce rate and evaluation correction is a mandate to watch for, and if your database is really so pathetic and bad, it would have killed the reputation of any ESP provider. Looks like it's a spam and phishing email at the first sight. Super, great work. Subject line and details are needed, and Neha pointed out. So even if I take this out, I have another 13 brilliant points to give this gentleman a pat on the back. Amazing job. Frequency of mailers are important. We have to watch how many times we've been sending and why these people are ignoring your emails. Therefore, I have to look at that. Coding issue could be another issue on landing up into spam. Content filtered. I think you deserve to take up this new client I'm working on for the deliverability issues. If they had an opportunity or maybe a LinkedIn profile of yours calling out as a deliverability expert, well, you bet we both will be battling to get that client. Deliverability expert. Full stop. Add this onto your email marketing or your, what is that, your LinkedIn profile. Instead of just calling it as a digital marketer 360 degree and certified blah blah, bad idea. Just say that you're a deliverability expert, and you can identify as, just send me a copy of the template. I'll tell you where the problem is, and then we both will be battling. Vivek will be quoting to the client, and I will be also quoting to the client. And if it's both looking similar, they will have a match there saying, how are you guys? Are you guys from the same school? Oh, well, we are from the same school, isn't it? And if I know Vivek is battling it, and Vivek shoots me an email saying, I know you're also there, I am the one to step back and give Vivek an opportunity to take that particular client and ride on it. I probably will guide him how to bill. because the deeper the pocket, the better the billing, isn't it? Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I'm sure you have a great knowledge now in terms of how you put those knowledge from day one and day two. Anuba, we've been exploring the web and gotten hundreds of challenges. Here's a beautiful challenge in terms of looking at an already created template, how you can use your day one knowledge and day two knowledge to evaluate a template. And you are by default called a deliverability expert, because today email marketing is quite easy. Anybody with a half a knowledge can pick up a template, can pick up an email service provider, execute the campaign, but they do not know what happened after that. Now, that's what we spend more time on, because that's where your money is, that's where your future is. You will have to go ahead and hold on to those two modules and see how you can best utilize them. Now, if I were you, what else could I have done? Looking at Vivek pointing out towards Pulseem, I could just go to the website and pick up the domain and see what is the reputation score. But since the campaign is a little old, maybe the IP addresses would have been refreshed now. But A, I will have to look at Pulseem's reputation score. B, I should also check at the mailing domain which they have utilized, called the chip PC. Sir, how to check the score? Can you explain? I'm coming there. You go to senderscore.org. I think this is something that we did discuss, right? You go to senderscore.org and sign in to get a complete report here. If not, it's only the partial report. Sign in with your sudo account on a LinkedIn, or if you're okay to register, go ahead and register. I use a sudo account, not my breadwinning account. I'd like to see what happens if the name is different. Will LinkedIn people behave like Facebook? Well, I think they are behaving like Facebook only. So that's the conclusion. This is chip and the PC.com, and I want the complete report as to what IP addresses they used and what is their email infrastructure looking like. Here we go. Point number one, SPF is not taken care of. If they haven't done SPF, DKIM is definitely missing for sure. SPF out. Okay, good. The IP addresses that they were traveling all their emails on, one of the IP actually has 20. And my question is, what if the service provider had allocated this particular IP and they were riding on it? Why is it on 20? Click the button on the IP address and click the button which says view report. Here you get the cop number 2, content, your volume check, your blacklisting history, everything is right here. Blacklisted, not a problem at all. Complaints, oh, you bet. Everybody is clicking on it. And what's the threshold? 0.1%, or 1 for every 1,000 email was the evaluation, which is like the metric that we have to follow. And here, I think it's too much compared to what is allowed rate. Infrastructure issues, cold IP, warm IP, surprisingly no. Well, Pulseem did a great job in terms of allocating the server, but these guys messed up. Message filtered, like in words were wrong. There were hardly any words there. So hence, there is absolutely nothing around. Senders rejected. You bet they did. User engagement was way too low. Well, people did not click on it. People deleted those emails, which is wrong engagement. And now that's very, very high, contributing to the loss of the IP's reputation. Spam traps. They misused the email addresses which is available freely on Google. They picked it up and rolled out a campaign, and that's two complaints coming out of from there. Unknown users, very huge high bounces coming out of this particular rider from this IP. Huge amount of bounces. So anyone who said we have to evaluate the database, we'll have to evaluate the segmentation, hey, look at where you were contributing. Amazing point of view. Engagement was definitely low, and hence the reputation was taking a beat. All of this is your screenshot. Take a screenshot of this. Take a screenshot of your cop number 1 from the in a previous screen. Your job is done. Now that is not opinion, but that is proof. And where did you collate that information? From proprietary softwares that we use within the office. We are not supposed to be disclosing the source from where we collate these information to the client. The client will keep the mouth shut because they want to know how to overcome this challenge, and your job is done. Ladies and gentlemen, that's how you utilize your knowledge. Yeah, I think Naman also quoted that last time when we said it's a proprietary tool, because I see a lot of people going back in the marketplace and saying sendusco.org, and I see a lot of customers coming back and saying, yeah, I know what the problem is. Now I will have to dig deeper in terms of understanding why the problem is. So don't let the tool out, because um, let it run as long as it's running. It's free, no? So you get blessed, I bless. We both work together. So don't go disclose the tools out. It's only for you. It has to lie down in your computer, in your notepad, password protected, because you paid money to DV. Trust me, a huge amount. 6 months time, more than that. 6 months of time you've given to learn all this. Put a password protected file, and that's where all your knowledge is residing. When you have a client at hand, go back into the tools and see where and all you can evaluate them. And if you forget some of those, I'm on WhatsApp. Ping me saying, I have a very big shark now. Help me out. Well, we are there to catch a shark as well as your smaller, tiny little fishes that you're going to be procuring. Well, wish you all the luck, ladies and gentlemen. Let's jump into your third module, because now you deserve to go back and see further more in terms of how you can utilize your knowledge. So, your first two segments were directly focused on the deliverability issue, because I know that's where majority of the problem lies. Here, we are looking at a few things that will allow you to give you a confidence level in terms of working with an email service provider. MailChimp, account creation, 100,000 videos available on YouTube. Uh, Template creation, another 100,000 videos available on YouTube. Send an email, send email, evaluate report. Both put together, another 100,000 videos available on YouTube. Okay, now that was your what do you call agenda for your third module. Now the question is, your assignment is also very much um, based on this, directly related to this: creating a MailChimp account, creating a template, taking a screenshot of that, and pushing it on your LMS platform and saying, job done. Now, why this course then? If there is YouTube videos already, you haven't really gone there and fetched those videos. B, you still are skeptical, saying, is it really true? Whatever is on YouTube can be applied? And the answer is, of course, yes, it can be applied. Now, I looked at it and I said, we're wasting time here. We're wasting your time. We are wasting everybody else's time. So, what can we do better in terms of understanding email service providers? So, here's what we thought: we go into MailChimp. Instead of just understanding the functions and features, which already has 100,000 videos, which will be a byproduct when we are working on MailChimp, we will get to know. Okay. But we also need to know why our accounts get deactivated. What type of filtration systems do these guys apply? What type of evaluation metrics do they have in terms of allowing good service providers or identifying good marketeers, bad marketeers? That's where the money is. When I looked into YouTube, I found none. Results turned out to be zero. And I run deep search, on YouTube and Google. We don't just run the random macro level searches, but when we run deep search, we still couldn't find why MailChimp account will get deactivated. How do they think? Well, that's where we are going to spend more time on. We're going to spend more time on understanding what type of evaluations are there from various email service providers and why do they exist. And some of your normal challenges: I don't have an address, I don't have a website, I don't want to use my phone number. What do I do? Well, all of that and more during the session. Come with us. Let's go first understand the psychology of the monkey. I like to call him a monkey. I know it's a chimpanzee, but it's easy for me to talk to a monkey here. Look at that monkey for a moment. Keep looking while I go get the pricing as well, because that's when it makes a lot more sense now. Keep watching. Get a screenshot. Okay, and I go back to the monkey. Okay. Right. What happened? That guy wouldn't want to come. Yeah, he does. All right, now take a closer look, ladies and gentlemen. You have nothing else to focus on. Look at the monkey and the amazing smile it has. Yeah, smile, smirk, laughter, however you'd like to call it. But end of the day, it is smiling. And if you look closer, it is also winking. Okay. Now I understand from the psychology point of view or a body language reading point of view that if somebody is smiling and winking after stating something like free plan forever free, 2000 subscribers, 12,000 emails per month, and then a wink and a smile, what comes to your mind? What comes to your mind? कुछ तो गड़बड़ है, no, like the CID guys. Sarcasm, it's a fake, it's fooling us. Yeah, suspicious. Thank you very much, amazing psychologist. आप लोग deliverability expert नहीं हो, और उससे भी बेहतर हो. You're better than the deliverability experts. Come, that is psychology, because marketing is all about understanding people, understanding customers, understanding their behavior. That's what it is. It's a bait. It's a bait. For what? Good deal showing, but attracting to other side too. Absolutely. But why? What is the other side, and why is the monkey smiling? I did give you a hint when we were looking at the volume level. To register, to get used, and then pay more. Thank you very much. Amazing point of view. Yes. Pay mode, yeah, they want you to convert to pay mode because you come in, start for free, and you will be attracted to add more database, and then they will end up paying customers. Thank you very much. Just like the Geo. No, Geo's beating left, right, center with all the 250 crores of 250,000, no, 250,000, no, 2,500 crores in loss. 2,500 crores in loss. Now, I don't know who they are doing good for, but end of the day, I think it's coming back to you. Hold on. Whoever is the Geo, Abhi, that is the opposite now. Geo and opposite to Geo is what we will be seeing very soon, I think. Is there a specific restriction on the number of emails that you send out? Yeah, there is. On a free account, you can send only 2,000 email subscribers you can bring in, and you can send 6 communication to them in a month, which is like 2,000 people brought in, 6 times communication. Even if it's a weekly communication, you will end up sending 4 emails and not more than so. 2 email rollouts is still unutilized. Something of that kind is the plan here. But like Naman pointed out, it is to ensure that the cold IP turns to warm IP. That's what we were looking at earlier during the second module, saying the reason why it's smiling out, it's not really for free there. There is a price that we pay to convert the cold IP to warm IP. Shama points out, and so is Padmaja, and so is no. Sujit says like the Geo. That's another example for you to revolve around, seeing how marketing folks utilize the free option and then lure you in to start using the product. The minute you get acquainted with the product, you have no choice but to pay the money and stay there. Yeah, something of that kind is what is being worked out, and that's why you see a quick laughter and a smile from the mascot of Mailchimp. For us, it's still beneficial because we are trying to learn. Like somebody said earlier, show me the platforms that we can play with. Yeah, these are some of the platforms you can play with in terms of what they're doing. Mailchimp says that I'm a strict follower of can spam compliance. I follow can spam, and it doesn't stop there. It doesn't stop there. Uh, I follow can spam, and it also says and my terms. Yeah, because you're entering the monkey world, it better have its own terms and conditions, terms and rules and policies in order to function better. Like we call it here, we said crazy. Yeah, so monkey acts very crazily if something goes wrong. Sorry about the capital letters, my key lock is on. Yeah, so monkey will act very, very crazily when it comes to certain terms and conditions being violated. Okay, so for example, click that particular terms and conditions, and you will know what is acceptable policy, what is prohibited content, and what is not. So, pretty much all of that is detailed in terms of saying, I will allow you inside, but beware, I'm watching you. And if there is anything that is going wrong here, we will deactivate the account. is what the monkey is saying. Now, how do we keep away from that? So here's what we did. We went ahead and drew a quick landscape kind of stuff, because we are good in landscaping. I don't know, maybe that's the weakness or strength, but end of the day we want to put a line here and say visually what is really going on with the monkey. This is my relationship with monkey, so I'm going to start creating an account and have it forever free, like it called it. But forever free, forever free, and a wink and a smile. Well, I think it is rightfully smiling it in the right direction, because not many have been able to keep this account forever and for free. Hence, when we looked at the landscape of registration and the journey that we will follow with the Mailchimp platform, we saw landmines. You might say landmine should be in red, isn't it? So come here. Landmines meaning you step on it, it will blow up. If you haven't watched the movie called Kazaki, it's an IMDb rating of 9. Please go and watch that, and you will know what a landmine can do. This is a landmine dropped here on stage 1 when you're setting up your account. Stage 2, 3, 4, and 5 if something else is coming by. Yeah, the border would be another good example from Bollywood. Some great movies they made. Yeah, they copy script, I think so, but at the end of the day they did come out well. Yeah. So okay, now looking at the user information that we given, that's anti tank mine, not a landmine, which is the tank mine, which was in the movie, like the border. Yeah, maybe in the border movie. Okay, but again, it's a very similar representation on what happens whether you step on it or the tank steps on it. Either ways, it's made to blow up. And here you can think about tank mine, like Amir points out, because he's a great movie maker. He makes once in a year, so he understands a lot of psychology around that. And then you can go ahead and say it's a land mine or a tank mine. End of the day, it is some mine which is likely to blow up. When is it likely to blow up? User information mismatched. So this is like a common questionnaire that it gives you, saying, tell me about yourself, who's your company, what's your first name, what's your last name, what's your website address. And if you play around with that, that means it's going to blow up. Okay, which means mismatched information, account deactivated. Behind Enemy Lines is a great movie, but no landmines there. But landmines are there, but again, not the kind that I'm talking about. You must watch Kazaki, all of you. Come on, find some free time someday and go ahead and watch that. Account deactivated. Okay, just because the user information was wrong. You pick up the content. You pick up the content, and content is directly impacting the crazy list here that they have about prohibited content, not allowed. Account deactivated. Now it goes furthermore. You upload your database, upload list or slash email IDs, like the 2000 that they're saying happily. Go upload 2000 emails, and if they see 30% and above bounces, greater than 30% hard bounces, very simple. Account deactivated. Account is, the content here is this crazy list. So I'm going to go drop this as well so that it's easy for you to follow through. Yeah, that's really a crazy list that they have developed. Suryakant is one of those individuals who comes in on the Sunday batch, and he's been having so much trouble with the monkey. And finally, we gave him another resort, saying, "Hey, why don't you just go ahead and roll a campaign out from another ESP provider?" He had no problem doing it. The mail came in inbox, and I replied back saying, "Job well done." That's exactly how Mailchimp can go to a certain extent. So you need to know the know-hows on how to work and how to keep your account really, really for your lifetime. So these are some parameters that you want to observe. Now, after the list is uploaded and there is no hard bounces, so you're clear to go, you create the content and you fly the content, which is like send emails. and now the policies apply because the can spam says 0.1% spam complaints, and if there is no user engagement, blah blah blah, account deactivated. Okay. Now, furthermore, in case if there is any more, we'll add this milestone. But this is what is the benefit for your training program, because the other videos on how to create a Mailchimp account and plenty of other stuff that is lined up here, YouTube videos are already available and making it very easy. Mailchimp has a blog with huge amount of content helping an individual how to move further. Now, what is the challenge then in people not creating a Mailchimp account? Well, they want easy stuff like in skip the reading, watch a movie, watch a demo. Okay, now I understand 2017 is moving us from not reading books, but I think you should really hold on to that, because that's going to be your differentiator from your client as compared to a service provider. A service provider will go through fine prints within a book in order to understand what's happening, because that's his value point or sale point, while the client can relax and say, I'm ready to pay the money. Okay, get the job done. Oh, because we are here to sweat, and I think we should start sweating by reading books, blogs, articles, even if it's in fine print. Blow it up like me. I can't read some of those. So you see what I'm going to do? Blow it up on my iPhone. Blow it up, magnifying glass. Start reading. Don't stop reading, and that's where you will see this particular activity coming in very very easily. So I'm going to go step in and start registering my account, and I'm going to define all the activities revolving around user information that is mismatched and how it will monitor that in the backend. Come with me. Sanket, I'm working on it. I think I saw that query again from somebody else with the S only. I don't remember the name. Then I went back to find out which group actually asked me. I completely lost track. But anyway, I will definitely go ahead and put those books across that you might want to read. For me, it has to be aligned with my work right now, and if it is not aligned with my work, I don't read. Gone are the days Agatha Christie and plenty of other novels, detective novels that I was acquainted to. It never paid me off. Not a single dollar. Of course, it helped me improve my communication skill, but no value. NLP brought in great value. Hence, a lot of NLP books, self-help books that I started reading. A lot more in terms of the email and all the activities that we're doing here too. The other point is, when you're looking at a skill and we're looking at digital marketing, don't go by the books, because a book is formed. Let's say the author is thinking to come up with a book on email marketing. He starts gathering information, interviews, and templates and samples, all of it this year. When he's writing and compiling that into a book form, it will take another 2 years for him to publish them, which means we are looking at an old, outdated information coming out of 2017. Changes happen every 5 seconds. Changes happens every 5 seconds. So here, I think you should look at service providers blog, service providers like Mailchimp, SendGrid, and quite a lot of other people. You might want to go and look at their resource tab and take a look at all the writings there, and that's a great value add in terms of learning instead of picking up an author's book. Okay, here's your first question and your first encounter with your MailChimp. That's what you assume, that this is where it starts. No, the journey has already started. When you typed in www.mailchimp.com, MailChimp quickly put a banner here saying, hey, you know what? We're monitoring you by a cookie. And hence, please activate and accept them, because the UK laws are very rigid in terms of monitoring people or spying on people's behavior without their consent. Okay, hence MailChimp quickly put a banner here saying, hey, accept the cookies. But still, it knows where I am. It knows my IP address. It knows my location. It knows who's my ESP provider or ISP provider who's supplying my internet access. It knows my current location as on just staying on the web portal. So the relationship is already started. If my ISP's IP addresses are blacklisted, which is more likely to happen on an Airtel connection, or who's the other guy, a Vodafone connection to a certain extent, but I think Airtel would be 90% of the IP addresses found on blacklisting. Why? Call it bad usage, not adopting norms from the cops, Likewise, pretty much all the range of IP addresses that Airtel is giving out to consumers is on blacklisting. So the monkey already realizes, saying what it is going to be getting in the future from this new visitor. Imagine for a moment that I am on a blacklisted IP and I'm knocking the door. MailChimp quickly comes in, opens the keyhole, not the door, opens the keyhole to find who's on the other side. And it knows that I am coming in from this IP, it's a blacklisted IP, and the ISP provider is so and so, so and so. It is very skeptical whether to open the door or not to open the door. And so it quickly says, "What's your email ID, please?" And it's like a password, we'll have to go and define, saying, lead sourcing at gmail.com. Now, it has no problem with the account creation, but since I'm already on the blacklisted IP and I'm also not disclosing who I am from a company perspective, it already is saying, oh, this guy is having a public domain, and I have no clues how to judge this person. So we should use the official account to build a relationship right here from the scratch, if you have one. If you don't have one, you're free to open up a Gmail account. But when you're sending out emails, it's going to make your life a lot more miserable here working with MailChimp. MailChimp allows corporate accounts, or welcomes corporate accounts without any trouble. But creating an account, you can create using a Gmail account. But sending a campaign, it still prefers a corporate account to be used. Okay, so I'm going to go use a corporate account that I never use, because this is just to motivate ourselves, saying we are work heroes, man. No one works like us. Yeah, I've seen it. A lot of agencies, not even close. Ask Ravi, he will tell you. The long, good, great offices, glass offices, but unfortunately, not really. I think I have forgotten the password and the username. It's right. Okay, since it's free, go ahead and create a new one. Or if you've forgotten the password to your corporate domain, please reset your password. Or have I created your password, ma'am? Then it's going to end with. No, I'll tell you later. Oh no, your Gmail. That's easy to reset. No, ma'am, that's difficult if you don't know your secret password and your number is not connected. There is a trouble there. Please check that out. Okay, so Niti at the Work Heroes is what is my email ID here. And if you type the domain Work Heroes, I don't have a website, but it's only redirecting it to contribution site, saying यार कुछ तो बोलो यार या अभी थोड़ा लाइक बटन क्लिक करो या कुछ करो ऐसा that is charity page, asking people, saying, there's a lot of commotion around social proofing, blah blah blah. If you guys can do some contribution, come here and click the button saying that, yeah, we attended the class, it was good or bad, whatever experience, share it. That's where it's leading to. And hence MailChimp knows that it's not a company page as it is, but it's a working page somewhere redirected to a Facebook page, a company page. What's your username, please? You can look at any creative process here in terms of defining a username. You can say this is class Tuesday and October 2017. I need to remember this, so I'm gonna go quickly copy this. And it says password, beware. I need a small letter, I need a capital letter, I need a number, a special character as well. It is important. Okay, got it, monkey. Okay. And now, before you click the get started button, know that it is saying that I am going to be following anti spam policy and terms of use from my end. Okay, it doesn't say my end because it's just making it clear, saying by clicking this button, you agree to MailChimp's anti spam, which has been customized policies to work here. So you can't compare this, saying why is Aweber okay with my content while Mailchimp is not, because that's their house, that's their world, and they prefer to bring in certain accounts, and they prefer not to bring in certain accounts. That's their discretion in terms of allow and disallow. So we can't really question them. Get started. Okay, and it says, you know what, I'm still not very sure to open the door or not. Please, I've sent you an email. If you're a real person and I want to trust you, please go ahead and check this email out. Okay, got it. Sign in. Uh, at the work heroes. Okay. Now, Monkey sent me an email, so I'm going to click on this and see what it has to say. Just confirming you're you. Wow. Now, do you see how skeptical it is before allowing us inside the platform? It wants to make sure that we are genuine people, and it doesn't want to bring in anyone who's falsifying or playing around with the account. So, click the activate account, and Monkey's humor comes in, and it says, confirm you're a human. Okay. Yeah, I am not a bot, and I'm a human. Monkey. Okay. Now it takes a little while to process and then brings you back again to the dashboard saying, welcome aboard. And it knows that I've not dropped a cookie, so it's probably checking on those. There you go. It says, let's get started, MailChimp. Okay. Welcome to MailChimp. Now, I know you're really genuinely asking me to open the doors, but I need a little more information about you before I end up giving you the dashboard. What's your name, please? We are the work and the heroes, monkey. Okay. Click next. What's your business name, please? Now, a lot of people come back here and stop saying, I don't have a business. Yeah, rightfully so, because we all don't have a business when you just come out of college. But again, a lot of people have their own website. Mr. Zuckerberg was creating Facebook and quite a lot of other channels to communicate with each other while he was in the college. So was Dell Computer. He carried chipset. Of course, they were a treasurer. Their daddy was a treasurer, and he had a lot of money to carry Mac computers in his what do you call in his car, and chipsets in his pocket. That was Michael Dell, right there in the college. Similarly, what are you going to be utilizing a digital marketing skill for in the next 2 years to come, next 3 years to come? And you will quickly say, yeah, I want to be this. Yeah, 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 put a name to that. Put a name to that and get that name in. A creative process, get the name in, block the domain, shineforever.com, the workheroes.com, itouchedthethought.com, nityanand.com. What did we not open? We kept opening a one by one, and then finally lead sourcing paid more compared to all the other domains. Shineforever.com or .org was a charity site that we opened up. Well, it all paid off to a certain extent, but not like the one that we are working on right now. Similarly, you will never know which domain will work well for you or which company or idea will work for you. Please start testing out your ideas and start creatively thinking about those names and type a creative name there. Work heroes, business does not exist. It's just a name. And I'm going to go to find saying, hey, it's the work heroes. What's your website, please? Here's another full stop for all the people coming back saying, I am still learning how to develop a site. Sure. But again, it's not a mandate to have a website. I don't have a website. It's leading to Work Heroes is leading to Facebook page. Can you create a Facebook page? Well, the answer is of course. Why not? Because there are 100,000 videos again from Facebook being uploaded saying how to create a Facebook page. So you're free to actually create again another page to get started. Or if you're a digital marketer and you want to build your career around it, I think you should have a blog to say what you're doing. And that's what it's asking you here. Click the little button which says learn more, because I know some person actually picked up www.mailchimp.com. Because he didn't have a website, which is a participant again. Very good try, but monkey knows monkey himself, right? So he quickly deactivated the account saying, you can't drive traffic to my own page. If you don't have a website, no problem, we can help you. Go to Wix and you can create your own website in seconds. Free web portals. Go to Weebly, create your free websites, but it's a paid solution. And likewise, you can use any of these platforms. If you don't have the capabilities to code a website, you can drag and drop and build a website, is what the monkey is saying. It also says, well, if you want to skip that option, go ahead and find alternate domains that you can pick up, like WordPress blog, free blog again, any name you can think about. Hundreds of blogs we opened, none of it actually worked because it requires a lot of time to write content and push the content through. Where's the money then? Well, we weren't really looking at affiliate networking and singing. What is that? Chimka Mali or some song, Jimki Kamal song to make it viral. or do a review around the iPhone 10 and say, come with viewers. No time. That requires a special talent, and I think we know what's our strength and weaknesses. We couldn't really spend any time there, but you're free to actually open a blog there and leave it open and say, I have, I'm doing digital marketing, and here's what I think my 5 year plan is. This, don't publish the pages, just leave them there for your own reference, saying what you're likely to become in the next 5 years. Oh, well, that is what it's asking you to do. You can go to a blogger and quickly create a blogger, like in a free Gmail kind of stuff. If Gmail and SEO is what you're testing, Gmail always would want to recommend Blogger, because Blogger is their own product. And hence, if you have a blogger here, you bet the SEO optimization is likely to happen more. Tumblr Yahoo product, I don't know, if you're comfortable, you can go ahead and create a Tumblr. If not, a Facebook page, a company page, or a LinkedIn page, or a Twitter account is okay to actually sign up, is what it's saying. Skip monkey, give me another option. It says, you know what, that's the last resort I can do. You can go to about.me and create your bio data, like in a bio profile kind. Create that, pick up that link, and drop this in here to sign up your account. Oh, well, I think life is a lot easier here, because you don't really need a full-fledged www.flipkart kind of domain.com to create an account. It's very easy. Now I can go ahead and say Facebook and sourcing leads. That's where I'm leading them to. Click next. What's your address, please? Well, I'll have to define the address here, saying, I belong somewhere. And I think I will stop here, and I'll take you back again on right from here, the journey on Thursday, to see how you can fill up the information if you don't have an office. What are the other ideas that you can apply to get the address in, and see how that goes, on Thursday. I hope you had a great learning. Too much information for you to digest. Reflect on the videos again one more time before you come in. And well, we're not going to go back again to the modules, because we are on fast forward now, which is like, look at the platforms, start working on your assignments, job done. No recalls would happen. So your work is to go sign up newsletters, see what type of mistakes they're doing, and evaluate your skills right there. And for further reference, come back and see how your neighbors contributed, your network, your individuals around. Learn from them, right? Surjit stood out. Yeah, and I think Surjit and Vivek stood out very well in the exercise today. Um, what do you call? All the best to you. And of course, I will work around making you get a free login into the platform to evaluate your content for your next lifetime free account. I'm working around it. Just give me some more time. I'll be there. So not to use Gmail for MailChimp, right? You can create an account. Don't send any emails out of Gmail account, because there would be a time when you're sending out or activating a campaign. It would ask you to give your from email ID. At that point, don't use a Gmail. Okay, wish you all the luck, ladies and gentlemen. You're free to go now. For those who have questions, stay back. We will spend an additional 30 minutes only to help you. Thank you very much. Bye for now. Thank you, Surjit. Good night, sir. Any questions? Stay back and ask. Can I get your contact now? 98454. That's a spam number, sir, already. Everybody has it. So there is no there's no need for a personal chat. Everybody has it, sir. And I pick up when I'm really around. If I don't pick up, when I call them back in case if there is anything required. Okay, ma'am, shoot. Is it possible for you to access my MailChimp account? Yeah, sure. Why not? Uh, is it possible without the username and password? No, no hacking, ma'am. But you'll share the username and password, no? Then I can. And show me what's going on there. Sure, I will. Give me a username and password. Don't tell me to hack this in. It's tough to work with the monkey there. Okay, good. Good. I'm waiting. Okay, got your username, right? There you go. Logged in. Uh, you have only one audience, and these many times they opened. Is it? Is it you? Okay, maybe. So I'm gonna go click the list. Yeah, I think there's only one subscriber. Light lens and life. No wonder. You're the only one and clicking multiple times there. Very nice. What a best way to actually gain experience. No templates, so I don't know what you clicked on. So I'm gonna go back to the campaigns. So you directly jumped in and did a campaign, I guess. No, ma'am, nothing is here. Nothing. Your account is created very well. If that's what you want me to check, account is created very well. Time to import more subscribers. Time to create a template from here. Time to send a campaign out. All of this needs to be done. Okay, it is pure. It's clean. Yeah, it's clean. I don't know pure. Nothing wrong in it, no? No, I'm checking. Hold on. Contact information. Sharmista, last name. Sharmista. Wow. See, that's what I was talking about. Yeah, there you go. Facebook account. Good job. And is this a valid email ID? I mean, sorry, valid snail mail address. Monkey has no ways to find that, but all it does is Google Map. So I'm going to drop this in Google Map only to see if the map points it out. Oh, you bet. It says this is exactly where the marker is. Super, good job. Now that's what Monkey wants to find out because they don't like to mask anything, and it very clearly says this is where I am. Good job. And this is a Gmail account. See, account creation, no problem at all. You will be allowed in, no problem. But when you're executing a campaign here, that's what Vivek or Unikrishnan had a point here. When you're creating a campaign, that's when it becomes crucial to have a domain. I think lights, lenses, and life. We created a domain for you on Zoho. You should use one of those. Yeah, for campaign, create one more. No, like in create Mandal at light lenses and life. Don't call it Sharmista because that's the CEO of the company. Pick up the second name and quickly create another email ID and shoot all campaigns out of there. No problem at all. Now, time to create a content. Think about your life lenses. We're really watching this blog. You said Facebook page. So hold a second. I'm going to go back to the Facebook page here. I want to see what happens in the life lenses. So we're going to follow you. Okay, it wants me to log in. Okay, got it. We're going to follow you saying whatever you're going to do. This is like a personal page. It doesn't have an office page or official page, I think. Okay. You need a page now. You need your photography page built out of this. Like this is your primary account. Your secondary account will be multiple pages that you want to create. Create one, and then we would want to follow that particular page and stay connected with the photographies or the pictures that you're clicking. PPT में थोड़ा use आएगा ना मैम? Something of that kind. Okay, so this looks clean. Billing information is not required as yet, but of course they will come back and ask you later. The details. Lens Eastern time zone it says, but you're in India. That you can change because if you're scheduling a campaign, it might follow this timeline. Okay, everything is okay. Everything else is okay. All right, number of users, just one, and it's connected to the owner. No problem at all. Cool. This account looks clean, so I'm going to log out. Your time now starts to add more profiles, add more contacts, create a proper message, and you're up and running, ma'am. Thank you very much. The job well done, ma'am. You don't really need my help to actually see the third module. come to see that extra, pointers that we're going to be looking at. But the rest is all done well. See, I told you 100,000 videos are there on YouTube, isn't it? Why pay and stay around on a weekend, a weekday? Okay, good. Any other questions? Okay, I'm just going to go scroll up to see if there's any. Is it possible? Okay, no, right, that's done. Okay, that's about it, I think. Oh, no question is a good sign. Uh, so, so how to go further for a society working on high visibility? How do I start? Sir, can I how to go further for society working? I know, ma'am. Yeah, I got it. Sorry, ma'am. I took a little while to. I was focused on the question. Can I bring this on the drawing board here? Yeah. Okay. Thank you, ma'am. Yeah. How to go further for society working on eye visibility? Is it a high care, like in a Vasan eye care kind of people, or are they selling lenses? What is this society work, ma'am? Free charity work, is it? First project should be dollar project, and then you earn more dollar, then give more charity. No, they organize camps. Okay, wonderful, wonderful. They organize camps, but you're not working for free here. Charge them the dollar. Tell them saying who are they targeting? Who are they targeting? Not really for. Keep it to $2 if it is two digits only. If it is dollars, if it's rupees, then 3 digits. Three, no, 4 digits. Yeah, okay, 4 digits. Now, looking at the pain areas that they will have is looking at people who are likely to come into eye testing. And who's got a problem here? All the IT guys. The guys who are staring at the computers have a problem. So, IT professionals would be wanting to. No, no, no. Okay. What is yes, 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 yes? Then I'm waiting. Okay. You type. Take your time. They generally approach to villages. It's like an NGO. Villages don't have email addresses as yet. And what would you like to do now? Yeah, they don't. So it is a physical meet. You'll have to go there personally and invite them. Flyer distribution, video, show them how, and maybe a mobile vehicle calling out all this and bringing people, inviting them, and saying this is where the iCamp is, using a megaphone or a speaker, calling them out. This is completely offline marketing. Offline marketing. You can't take them on digital because your target audience are not ready yet. That's what I want to ask. How digital marketing can? Definitely, it is. Definitely not. Audience itself is not there. Digital. What will we be doing marketing for? Now I need these gentlemen to actually have internet. I need them to have email addresses. I don't know when I've seen a last in the person who went online to order fertilizers. They're not ready yet. Yeah, but I was thinking to take them digital for corporate funding. Very nice. That's another logic you can apply. Or some human efforts, like in you want extra additional help for volunteers to come in and join this effort. Yeah, you can promote that. Saying if you're available on so and so date, click here and we will get in touch with you. Or this is the location. Make yourself available. Something of that kind can be done. Yeah, if you're looking at fundraising, oh, you bet you that can also be done. Looking at all the corporates and looking at all the top profiles and approaching them through digital channels. That can be possible, but not really bringing in people inside the iCamp. But imagine for a moment, you've raised all the funds. You raised all the fund. You also have additional help from all people. You go to the villages. None of them turn up. What happened to the money? That's what most of the NGOs are very rich, or probably that's why most of the NGOs are rich. How can we help them? We can't help them, ma'am. This is rich company. This is rich organization. Yeah, they're looking at non-profit, but कहाँ पे profit कुछ नहीं है वहाँ पे. So what we can do is, how we can help is, corporate digital people on fourth module. We'll know how to pick them up. Fourth module, we'll train you how to get email contacts of all the corporates. Approach them with your email subject and see how it works out. Database is on the fourth module. So if that's what you're hinting at, now hold on, tell NGO to wait a little before they see the true more profits coming in. Until then, you will have to look at how to create templates, how to design the interfaces on Thursday. And once you get a hang on it, we can go and show you databases. That's all over the place. For all this website is necessary. Are you the charity organization? Are you the org? Okay, good. So, why are you concerned about your website? You should be concerned about the org website, which is talking about a landing page, talking about the villages, because the fundraisers, the companies which are ready to donate, want to see if you're really true, if your registration details are right, and are you really saying what you're saying. That is in NGO's website. For your services to sell, I think since it is an NGO and you're also going to be working at a low cost, they wouldn't really bother to have a website of yours. They wouldn't want to see a website as long as you can get the work done. But of course, if you have a website, it'll be just an add on saying, yeah, this is our services. So you can go ahead and charge a little more. If this is two digits here, you can go ahead and add another digit here and say, Abhi dollar mein pay karo, we are that organization. Something of that can be done. How to find out details through Outlook email if the SPF is done? It's very difficult on those. Microsoft is Microsoft. Now, what happens there is they conceal all the other header info. So, what you can do is to see the original message. For example, let's say you're looking at that drop down menu. No, you will not have the drop down menu there on your Outlook. Hmm, I think you will have something called as the view. You will see view here, something called as view, and you will also see view original message or view source message. There is nothing. Welcome to Microsoft. You should be given a kit now saying thank you for onboarding Microsoft. So that's the pain in Microsoft platform. If you were to evaluate all of that, I think you should connect to Office 360. uh, No, Office 360 will also have the same interfaces there. No, sir. Google is the only way to see digital signatures very well. Yahoo doesn't, and so does Hotmail. They don't have the facility to see all those header signatures. Yeah. So the only thing is that you'll have to use a Gmail kind of platform, a web platform, to read through all that. So Yahoo does have. Oh, is it? Did Marisa Mayes do work there? I thought she didn't. Hold a sec. Lead sourcing. My friend is working there. Okay. We can't say much about that. So I had a discussion with this. Okay, good, good. Let's check this out. Here's an interface. Yeah, here's an email. And do I have a drop down menu? No. And do I have a drop down menu to see the signature? Definitely not. See? The drop down menu is important. Click the button and then you should see the header. But are they evaluating SPF and DKIM? Oh, you bet. Yahoo is. But she showed me. Okay, so they have a special software, I think, apart from the normal consumer. Or maybe I should downgrade this, is it? Okay, so hold a second. View raw message. Yeah, that's something that I was talking about in Microsoft too. Here you can see SPF, you can see SPF, and you can also see DKIM. You can also see DKIM signatures. I think she is working with the core department. That's why. Maybe, ma'am. Maybe special softwares for them. But end of the day, this is how you will get to see it on a regular platform like Naman. This is the get used to this. This type of reading. You may not be able to find all of that information through other platforms. You should see the original sources and then get this. If you don't like to read all this, copy this entire piece. Come to MX Tool, and click the button saying analyze the header information for me, please. Drop all the things that you copied, and this guy will go ahead and tell you exactly what it is. Makes it easy for you. This is the reply to, this is where it is, SPF is so and so, pass, and all that. Okay, good. In case if you really want a shortcut, yeah, this is authentication result, this is your DKIM signature, and goes on. That's more easier than just reading through it. But I still suggest that you go ahead and start learning to read this too. Someday you'll come here. If not today, 4 years down the line, you will. Can't escape from there. Okay, I'm gonna go log out of this because they know I'm in here, thinking that I'm voting the platform. Definitely not. Bad idea. Okay, thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. If you don't have any questions, I take leave then. Bye for now. See you back again on Thursday. Anytime, ma'am. Anytime. Make sure that you draw the number here, ma'am. NGO meaning you're not NGO. They are NGO. So please let them know, Ravi Shankar ji and Satguru ji, all of them. Tell them saying, sir, हम campaign करेंगे लेकिन charge करेंगे, sir. ये free service नहीं होता है. Thank you, ma'am. Good night. Bye for now.